Monday nights, we live. NFL season. That's right. Snap decision. You already know what it is. Yeah. Snap decision, yeah, we call it how we see it. You feel talk, yeah, you know we never keep a secret. Styling to the heart, yeah, we break it all down. Monday night, turn it up, yeah, we run this town.
I love the abrupt stop on it.
We gotta
Like,
figure it out.
Yep. What up, everybody?
What's
What's
up?
going
Right.
on? What's going on?
Eee, it's another.
Week one
Another week.
recap finally here.
Woo!
Yeah,
Well-
man. I'm. It was a great week though, for sure. It was a great week. Great weekend of football. I actually watched all the games from beginning to end, and what is that? Louisville showed up.
Louisville. Louisville. You better say it right because I could already hear Brahma Babe. I could already hear her.
Louisville
Basically
showed
says
up.
you have to have balls in your mouth. Louisville.
Same.
Whatever,
stuff.
Louisville.
I
Talk
know.
about that Louisville game.
Louisville.
Same stuff with Orlando. Nothing changed with Orlando. Same old Orlando.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, how about we introduce ourselves? I'm 2-0, but I'm Asita.
I'm BD.
I'm Lauren.
DJ.
Jay is out being a caregiver to his sick fiance.
Yep.
So feel better, sleepy Brahma. So yeah, we had quite an eventful first week of football. Two of us made a live game and it was fun.
We did.
We could talk about that because a lot of stuff happened. Like even just from a perspective of like, you know, being a season ticket member since XFL came to this season, there is a huge difference in game day.
Yeah.
Huge.
And it wasn't just our game. We heard it across the league.
Yeah, it might be like a thing that they just, and I think that might also contribute to why you also saw a lot of the stadiums. Hi, Tim. Bro, all day long. If you
So
know,
do we want to get into that?
I'm gonna say we got to chat about that. I want to know how that was.
You know, so
you want to talk about our experience first?
Experience.
So our experience. So BD and I did go to Dallas's home opener game at the new field, which I will say overall the field is beautiful.
The field, like Toyota Field, is 100 times better than Cockjaw Stadium. Like just for viewing and just being there, 100 times better.
Yeah, the environment, like it wasn't as hot. Like it was really cold, like to the point where like Brahma Babe and I had to go to Walmart as soon as we had breakfast to go get jackets because we were like, well, crap, we did not foresee it being cold. It almost had a reminiscence of Memphis, how it started out really cold and then before you knew it, it was warm. Luckily, it was very shaded there, so there was no problem with like sun blaring down on you, but you could see from anywhere. Like I was second row and you could see, Frisco, but they're not called Frisco Renegades. We get it. But you could see from anywhere. Like I was second row and it was basically, it almost had like, I guess any soccer type of field because in DC we were on the field and this was very close to it. I mean, there was no huge drop off like Alamo Dome and stuff like that. So I thought the stadium was beautiful. Half of it is being constructed, is in construction. So that's majority of what people saw because all the cameras are facing that way. Chapman is in front of the crowd and it's facing the part that's being renovated. So that's why it's not fully open to everybody right now. It has been like renovated for like the past 9 months or something.
Yeah,
but overall it's nice.
Periodically, different areas, a little bit here and there. So,
but overall it was nice. We were lucky. Shout out to the Banditos because they took care of us during tailgate as usual.
as usual.
Very
Yeah.
different tailgate. Yeah, very different tailgate because they have an option now of where they sit. They sit right in this very bougie area that have up now they have like these upgraded seats where you have the opportunity to like you get to eat and drink all day long. And like I think up to like the first 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, then they stop. You can go up and you get 4 items, including 2 different types of beer, 4 at a time, anytime. So at one point, I was feeding Claudia. I was like, "What you want? Nachos, hot dog? We'll stay away from the pretzel sticks,
So what are the
things
club
like that."
seats?
I guess it was basically like that because we even had like our own little restroom area. Like I never experienced any kind of like lines or anything. It was very nice. I mean,
Yeah.
besides the pretzel sticks and the pizza, which were like hard AF, they're like
They're probably still using like last year's leftover supply of pretzels. So once those clear
Yeah.
out, they'll probably get a fresh shipment in and be good.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Mutu because he's the one that gave me the ticket for the game, and so I was able to do the drink and eat. And he called the pretzel sticks like he's like, "What Gerber level is this? Like 5?" Because it was so hard. Like it was just crazy. But other than that, like their hot dogs are edible. They gave you basic nachos. You were able to get waters, soda products, and then they offered Shiner and Miller in the
Shiner
package.
was all I
And you
needed.
can-
So it's
Yeah.
technically like the Lone Star Club for the Brahmas, right?
Yeah, except not like a buffet style. It's just
Okay.
like I think they had buffet style. They had like the little thingies out there with the food, and this one you have to go up and you get 4 items at a time. So
Okay.
yeah, it was pretty cool. It was nice. They have a drum line, which was super cool. I was very impressed. Yes, that's the one thing I will say. Shout out to the league for the staff because that was one positive I did notice that most of us noticed is that they were literally just like UFL staff with signs that say, "Do you need help?" Or people were literally coming up. If you looked lost, somebody from UFL attire or Renegades attire was like, "Can I help you? What are you looking for? Do you need help?" No matter what I asked, like, "Where do I get my band for the food?" Somebody knew. I never got like, I don't know. So they had a lot of helpful people. Um,
I'll tell you who probably wasn't completely thrilled with the staff there is our friends that traveled from Houston.
yeah, there's things that you should be aware of, people. That okay, if you are a fan of UFL and have been a season ticket member and you are now being switched to a soccer stadium, please review the rules.
Yeah.
They have very specific rules. I had to take a clear stadium approved backpack back. They don't allow backpacks, they allow slings, they allow purses, but for some reason having 2 straps is unacceptable. So yeah, it is the FC rules because it is a soccer stadium now, so security doesn't have any other rules or going by that. So if you're a lady and bring a bag, make sure that you check the stadium rules because they will make you walk it back. And unfortunately, Dallas does not offer lockers, so you will have to walk back to your car. I was very lucky that the Banditos are located like literally in the parking lot right outside, so it wasn't a very far walk. And I ran into Beatty and Claudia, so I got to walk in with them. But just be aware of the league rules are not applying to these stadiums, so be aware of that. They have rules when it comes to mask. Apparently, if you're 12 years and younger, you're allowed to wear a mask.
Well, they
If
do
you're older than
technically
that-
put out stuff. I saw the comment and it was saying like they need to get better with that. They actually send emails out to know before you go. So, and you can tell like some of the
Did they do
emails-
that again? They did that again
Well,
this season.
Yeah, well, so for the Defenders game, like they sent out stuff like letting you know, like okay, this is a soccer stadium. I mean, mind you, I already knew because I've been before, but they still send the know before you go stuff because obviously you can't. It's not the same as an actual stadium. So
did they? I mean, I'm curious whether they put that the no mask allowed or anything like that on there. I wonder how much really did the league know? I mean, you would hope so, but
I think the problem
comes to that, I don't know, but I know for a fact when it comes, when I read through that stuff, they are very, very strict. So
Yeah.
Here's the thing though, is when they went our Houston, so Pred couple, Wild, Joker Wild, Captain, I don't know his name, sorry, Captain other
Gambler?
guy, Captain Gambler, they
Yes.
at one entrance they denied them and told them they had to go back. They went into a separate entrance and they allowed them. So they it's not applying entrance either.
Yeah, they let them in, and then I guess when they were sitting down, they were
going to take a picture with some Renegades fans.
And basically, someone from security came in and told them, "Hey, you guys got to take your masks off, or you're going to be escorted out." So that they had to remove them for the rest of the game. Another thing, we saw with the Banditos, they always hang their sign over the side and stuff. They had their little Bandito sign. Security came over, made them take the sign down and stuff. So just if
they
if
did
you're going
have
to the game,
special permission too.
Yeah, if you're going to a game, especially a new stadium or something like that, double check the rules. Make sure you're reading the stadium rules, not the UFL or anything like that. So
yeah, and if you don't get those emails, just check the stadium period because I don't know if people bought single tickets if they're still getting those emails as well.
They might not be, but the stadium will have a website. They'll have all their rules posted and stuff. So,
so other than that,
how was it cheering for the Renegades?
It was fun. Like, okay, I will say, like, literally at the very beginning, I legit kept turning back to BD and I was like, I'm about to cry, bro. Like, I got in my feels really bad because it was very reminiscent. Like, it felt like deja vu because where I was sitting, I was right by the tunnel for them, but it was on the opposite side of me. And then their hype team came in front of me. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, it felt like I was in 108, but opposite. Like, I was on the upside down, bro. I was literally the upside down.
That's crazy. We got our first firing, though. This is fresh off the press. The Kings has fired their offensive line coach, Breno Giacomini. I think that's how you say his name. I could be wrong on the pronunciation, but I did see an interview of his. He was on the interview with he had an interview with the Kings. Was the Kings Corner? The Louisville Kings podcast. And they had an interview with him. So that's crazy. But anyway, yeah. Sorry.
Breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news. So hold on. So since y'all been to the game or went to the game, me and Lauren can talk about our experiences from the games we've seen, right, Lauren?
No. I was on family vacation.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
He gets a pass this week.
Yeah, he gets a pass this week. You were like in like camping in like snowy mountains or whatever, or something like that. I don't know. It looked really cool. I was actually really jealous of your pictures. So
like the snow was so high on the back of the house and it was like iced over. I could stand on it and my head was even with the roof. I could look on top of the roof.
Dang.
That is wild.
That sounds amazing.
You guys seen how
that whole
grill was covered back there?
Jeez.
Yeah, the kids were like, "You're taking me somewhere snowy on spring break?" They were mad. And then we're like, "Hold on, we're going to a water park tomorrow." And then they were fine.
There you go.
A water park in the cold?
It was indoors.
I'm assuming it was an indoor water park. Yeah.
Yeah, it was indoors.
So from just like watching on TV, especially the Renegades game, and I don't know, like I guess we can kind of go into that too, like like the games over the weekend, but specifically the Renegades game, man, like just watching on TV, they just dominated on every level.
Yeah,
they did. I was
Austin Reed.
I was happy to be there because of it.
Yeah,
I was super surprised by him.
We got to witness the top passer in UFL history.
Well, regular season.
Well, yeah.
Tayama will have more than him in the playoffs.
Whatever. We don't count playoffs.
Okay, we started on him.
That's where records start.
So she asks, is there a difference between ESPN and Fox broadcast? Of course, it's always been. You can always tell. ESPN, I feel like ESPN is more involved as far as like getting the crowd, like as far as getting the images of the crowd. The interviews are better to me on ESPN.
That's what I heard. It lacked a lot of the crowd interaction this time.
Oh yeah, for
now,
sure.
Interviews. You bring that up, DJ. I was going to ask this question. They've always been interviewing players on the sidelines, coaches and stuff like that. All there.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
This is the first time I've seen them run out with the quarterback going into the huddle to interview the quarterback.
It's kind of similar to what they did with the kicker. Like they interviewed a kicker before a big kick. Like you can't do
that. Exactly. Like, okay, you interview backup quarterback, run through a play. Cool. I'm all right with that. You want to talk to a coach when they're doing something? All right, that's fine. But you don't talk to a player when they're about to go onto the field, get into the huddle or whatever, and run the play. He's got stuff he's thinking about. You don't talk to a kicker when he's trying to focus, get in his zone right before a potential game tying / winning kick. Like, you don't do that crap. And they kept freaking talking to these players.
Yeah, and I think so and from just watching, being a fan as long as I have been, from just watching, I noticed that they went away from interviewing players after bad things, like what was like all the bad calls, the missed field goal. Like they stopped interviewing players after bad.
How rude!
I remember one game. If I remember correctly,
get out of my face.
Last year something happened.
The Battle House game, and then they interviewed the lineman. And he cussed on TV. Like I'm like, you can't do that. So I went away with that.
If you came and interviewed me like that, that's what they get.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't.
That's what they get.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. And then at this point, I don't know if Houston is going to be. I keep saying they the Jets of the UFL. Houston is going to be Houston.
Oh, they were terrible.
Hey, I told y'all as an Aggie, I told y'all what y'all are going to expect from Kevin Sumlin as your coach, and you saw it. So. Yeah, Acho he was, and I'll tell you what, that coach, like he's gonna end up stop doing those sideline interviews because both times they came up to him when they were, inside the 30 or whatever, they scored, and you can just see his reaction to like, Jesus Christ, what do I got to do here?
Yeah, they did that to Captain Munnerlyn.
Yeah,
and then they also did that to the DC Defenders. DC, what is that? Was that Williams, right?
No, it's not Williams anymore. No, I forget who their DC is. No, it's not Greg Williams, but it's his son, isn't it?
Is that Junior?
Blake Williams.
Okay. Yeah, one of the Williams.
I'm looking it up.
I know it ain't Greg. Greg wear glasses, and he's not with them anymore. He's in college now. But yeah, it's somebody Williams. But anywho, yeah. Actually, you know what? The best game for me, I know. There you go, Blake Williams. I know that the Renegades dominated the Gamblers, but that Birmingham and Louisville game was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie.
A good game.
It was a good game.
I mean, it made it even better after the whole video of what happened. Like, dang.
And that was that was going into halftime. So like Birmingham kind of came out second half a little pissed off, and obviously if you haven't seen the video, it's everywhere. I mean, you search for it, you'll find it. But when they were going in at half, whoever thought of this idea is the biggest idiot in the world. Stupid
terrible idea.
But you have the team walking by a restaurant set up with fans just there. So
little plexiglass. It was like a little plexiglass.
Plexiglass, but there's like a little gap right here on there, and so just booing the hell out of Birmingham, which of course they are. Right? They're fans. That's what they're supposed to do. But I don't know if
started it though.
Yeah, I don't know if one of the fans said something, or whatever. Because one of the Birmingham players came over.
They was going, and then he grabbed the cup and
grabbed the guy's drink and threw it.
And then it got on some of the people,
which ended up splashing one of his teammates, who thought it was the fans that threw it. So he got pissed off, went over to the fan, grabbed his beer and threw it again, and then they started going. So it was completely started by the first Birmingham player. But like the other guy, he just didn't. He's walking along and then he gets splashed with beer.
Yeah, he just looks like so surprised.
He said the
way
fans
he just
did
stopped,
it, so
he just like
off. Yeah. So, but the guy that thought he got splashed, he was the one that caught the game-winning touchdown. So,
yeah, that's
vengeance.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I mean, like, even though the last Sunday's game, I mean, I barely got to watch it. Like, literally about an hour ago, I finished it. I kind of enjoyed it. Like, I wanted to see how these two teams were gonna do,
especially since Columbus.
Yeah. Like, I was really like, I already knew the outcome, but like, I don't know. I kind of want to talk about. I kind of want to talk about these halftime shows, though.
Let me ask you this. So watching Orlando, I know you were kind of, being there for the game for Dallas. Dude, it's gonna be so hard for me not to call them Arlington. It's just
I know.
It's just real hard. I'll probably trip up many times this year. But I know obviously we had Ward, Teckleberg, and John Trey and stuff, playing for the teams we went to go see. But did you feel even more about like watching Orlando play, because that was our team? They had a few more of our players, I felt a little bit more watching Orlando than I did.
So who did they have though? I know they got Deshaun.
They got Corbin, they got Stilly, they got
Stevenson too, right?
Yeah. Oh man, I'm trying to think.
The Aviators only have Savion.
Aviators they got Savion, they got Lovett. They got Mac.
They got Mac, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, they got Beckett. Beckett was hurt.
Yeah, Orlando's got Beckett, but yeah, he didn't play.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So but that was the team. So I was kind of like, man, this really does suck.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, I guess Jackie can answer that because she didn't become an Orlando fan. She became a Renegades fan.
Renegades fan, stop it. What do you want me to speak to? What did you say?
He asked you a question. How does it feel rooting for the Renegades knowing that your whole team is on Orlando?
That's not.
I mean, my whole team is not in Orlando. I went to the next team that I felt like that was very close to like what, like how our fan base was. They were the next best thing to us in my eyes. Felt like if I were to go anywhere, I could fit in with them, and it did. It felt like even though I was wearing Renegade stuff, they still call me 2-0. And people still knew who we were. The way that I cussed out the Houston ticket guy. He came up to us because I'm wearing Renegade stuff, right? And they're wearing Brahma stuff, and he's like, oh, y'all are here. Like he's trying to, how about
he was like, y'all come up from San Antonio? We're like, yeah, we did. We're here to support the league. He's like, oh, well, who are you guys rooting for now? And yeah, I'm like, I just went off. DC. And yeah, Jackie was like, screw you guys. It should have been y'all. It should have been y'all.
I was all, fuck yeah. Should have been y'all. No, I don't want your stupid tickets. Bye.
That's kind of crazy.
And the way I would yell just ran, because it was so. Here's what I wanted to get at when it came to the game too, is how very different it is. Like if you have not gone to your home game and you've been to that, to a prior UFL game, it is not the same. And you're not going to get the same feel. They took away a lot of the things that get crowds going. They don't have Simba Cam anymore. Even though they were little dumb things, they have no crowd interactions anymore. They took Flex Cam.
They had dance cam. Yeah, dance off or whatever. They had one like air guitar cam,
and then a couple t-shirt tops.
That was it. Yeah, a couple t-shirt
Other than that, it was nothing but like like during breaks and timeouts, it was all like sponsors, commercials. That's all it was. They're like that's what they filled the time with. It's no longer like they don't have like even the dumb little like I get it, like soccer stadiums have very strict rules about going on their pitch and stuff, like doing things on their pitch. But like even doing something off the side, like where you do the stupid 1-2-3 football, which one's behind? They didn't do nothing.
Yeah,
they did nothing. And then I thought maybe it was just something that they did in Dallas, but then seeing others like from St. Louis that said the same thing happened. Like there was no air horn raids. There was no like the things that they're known for, like the sing-alongs. I guess the thing with their cameras, the light shows.
Until like St. Louis had said something, but they didn't do like the introductions. Remember they were like
they didn't introduce the players.
The players like either the offense or the defense. They didn't do that. And again, they didn't do it in St. Louis either. So it's a conscious effort, I'm guessing, but I don't understand why. Now, obviously, I get San Antonio. We had the throw and stuff like that. You don't want people like running that aren't there on the field. Cool, whatever. But like you said, you can go into the crowd and do interactive stuff with that. Guessing games.
What did the mascot do?
He kind of hung out in the crowd a little bit.
Yeah. He did the intro, hung out in the crowd. Fake Rock Pebble was still their MC.
Bro, and every
did they do any
year,
t-shirt tosses or anything?
He's like leading even more into that Timu Rock thing that he does. Because this year he even she's even trying to sound like the guy. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I literally thought it was him.
Yeah.
But like I think I see the good and the bad of taking away all of the things that got the crowd going. Well, one, I think that's a big reason why you didn't see the action from the crowd like you normally see, because there was nothing pumping them up. I mean, like it was to the point where you were hearing, if you heard anything on the broadcast, Brahma fans yelling. Like when we were on when the Renegades were on defense, where were the ones yelling hut hut and doing what we normally do, what we would do at a Brahmas game? It was the Brahma fans. So I was sitting with the Banditos, and like 2 sections over was Brahma Babe and Brahma Bro, and they were doing the same thing. So it was really just very few. It was very quiet.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I was like, I would laugh because I would say stuff really loud so that the gamblers could hear. I would literally said,
"Oh, they casual.
You're just roughnecks." I was like, "You're just roughnecks in costumes." I was just yelling stupid crap, but you could hear it because it was so freaking quiet. Like I know they heard me.
A stadium full of casuals. That's what it sounds like. Or maybe they spent all their money to entertain a crowd on mascot.
Well, that's what I was getting at. Is that not
or
even
halftime shows?
Or halftime shows.
Yeah, it's that, but that's another thing getting into that too. But I think also I get the good side of it for the league because now they filled those gaps with all the sponsors that's giving them money to be able to do these things. So there's like a give and take, I guess. So I think they're worried more about maybe getting those ads and stuff in where they need to because they got, maybe. I mean, they're coming out with so many sponsors.
You got to figure out that balance somehow, and
I don't even think I saw like Terramana. There was no like the Rocks Liquor. There was no.
I remember at Ford Field there was Terramana ads.
Now thinking back, I didn't see anything like that at all.
No, I didn't either. But I think again, this was week 1. I think the league's probably going to try and figure out, and hopefully, I mean, we know that Rapoli for one follows social media. He sees what fans are saying. You would hope that they would take some of what they're hearing and adjust as the season goes on.
What about what he said about Orlando? Y'all catch that?
I did.
Oh yeah, about the crowd.
He wasn't thrilled about the crowd. Now, I will say, because I kind of talked some trash about the crowd too a little bit, but then I kind of thought about it again. Look at where the camera was facing. It's facing the visitor side. So that's the least populated section of a stadium. the visitor side. A lot of people want to sit on the home side. I don't understand why they would have put. I mean, they knew where they were going to set up before then. They set this up. You know where your cameras are going to be. I would think you would want your home side in the view of the cameras, because that's where more people are going to sit. Which is weird that Orlando made the decision to put their team on the opposite side. Dallas, it makes sense because the other side was under construction. You still want your fans to be on the side where your team is. So I kind of get that for the Dallas thing, but it was a little weird actually with the Dallas Stadium. I don't know if you noticed the side where Houston was at. That's the only side that's covered up at the top. So with it being overcast, it didn't really make a difference. But if it gets to be real hot, that might actually be a benefit to the road team being on a covered side. But again, like I said, obviously it was announced attendance, tickets distributed was 11,000 for Orlando, which isn't terrible. But you saw a lot of the lower part of it was empty.
Yeah.
And the top part was filled out a lot more, which,
you got to tell your fans move down. Like
move down, either that or don't open them up.
Oh, don't open the top up until you fill that bottom part. And maybe it's the stadium. Maybe I know there's probably a cost difference between the two, but work out something where the lower bowl, doesn't cost $150 a ticket. Work out a deal so you fill that up so it looks more full for the broadcast.
I think also, for me and the attendance piece, I'm not going to give any credit into it for these first 2 weeks until after the first home openers and the halftime shows are done.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that drove a lot of sales. I mean, even from Houston, they told us that, my wife is going, she doesn't even like football. Even then, a lot of it's going to be, I think these first games at home with their home opener, with their halftime shows, it's going to push a lot of sales too, because people who wouldn't want to pay $20 and be able to see Nelly for 10 minutes?
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of them left after halftime.
From what I was about to say that, from what I was hearing and seeing, a lot of people left after the halftime show. Because you got to remember, you paying, and that somebody made a good point on social media. They was like, you paying, give or take, what, $20, $30 for a ticket, and to sit up close to see maybe a 10-minute, 13-minute halftime show of Nelly, and then and then you gone. That's a free little concert.
That's what I'm saying.
A cheap concert.
That's why I want to wait until after the home openers, until the halftime shows are done. That's really going to tell me what attendance is like. Who's there for football? Not halftime.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's a great idea, kind of in theory and stuff. Hey, have these big names, have Nelly, have Luda, show up and bring these people who probably would never go to a game, to see this concert. And hey, you might hook some fans. Now, Louisville, 3/4 of the stadium emptied out after the halftime. Now, apparently they also got a cold front that blew in at the same time. And it was 30-something degrees and they weren't prepared for it. So, and there was probably a lot of that too. So again, I'll talk crap, but I don't mean a whole lot by it. But I think it is a good strategy by the league these first couple of weeks. Try to get some fans hooked and see who sticks around. So now, you said the country guy that played it in Louisville.
There's two of them.
Well, no,
the one in Dallas. The one in Dallas, and then the other
one.
The Dallas was terrible. I mean,
I didn't even know he started, to be honest.
Russell Dickerson, I added music to my playlist.
At least him, he was kind of entertaining. It was upbeat. It was, it kind of had a nice flow to it. I don't like
Post Malone for Dallas.
I don't like country music, so I didn't like it anyways. But my God, what was it? I don't know, Ty, whatever his name is. Dude was singing country love songs or something. I'm like, bro, are you trying to put people to sleep here? There was no energy with it at all.
Know your audience.
Yeah, know your audience.
But,
I think it was a big miss.
If you watch the broadcast, they had put the cameras on the girls. and they all knew the words, word for word. They
That's
all
because
they all up front,
they had a
little
little.
section. Yeah, they knew the
Yeah.
song.
No,
And plus,
so
he
what they
18.
did is so it's a little stage off the side of the stadium. So
Yeah,
they have to
yeah.
go down the stairs where the other thing is. So they had like just like all the other ones, they had like a group of like 50 to 100 people down up
I
Yeah.
there
agree,
in a little
Mike.
spot.
Houston might be low. Houston might be low.
Look,
Well, you know,
I'll say
they'll probably
this.
be. It'll probably be packed until halftime. We'll see
Yeah, and they
after
gone
that.
after halftime. Yeah, they gonna see Luda and he gone.
Well, and see, like, and it was funny because when
DJ,
Grandma Babe and I
oh
were
my
Yeah,
getting
DJ
god,
Khaled
ready,
was terrible. I
dude,
ain't
that
even
was
gonna
the
he
lie.
was
worst.
terrible. He played everybody else's songs. Oh
Yeah,
He
my
played
god!
songs he ain't had nothing to
But
do with. That's the crazy part.
yes, I was like,
yes.
"What is this guy doing?" I was
Terrible.
Oh my
Sounds
god.
like I didn't
Disappointed.
miss much this weekend on the halftime show.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
Nelly,
the
Nelly was
best.
good. Now, I
Nelly
will
was
say,
cool. Yeah,
Nelly's is the best.
the sound was a little weird. Kind of, you know, for Nelly was
yeah.
Off
a
the
little
first
hard to
game,
hear.
the
You
first
know,
game was weird
but
too.
I
Not the
mean,
first game.
it's a battle dome, so
Yesterday's.
it's a lot to you can
Yeah.
expect that.
now about sound. Now, one thing I kind of noticed about all these broadcasts is they need to do a little bit with kind of the EQ of the sound, because I don't know how many times you've got the broadcasters are talking, you know, about whatever they're talking about, and then you've got the headsets come on and start talking and completely drown out whatever the broadcasters
Oh
are saying.
man, it's
You know?
terrible.
It is, and I'm cool. Okay, have it in the background or whatever, or if you want to highlight it, get the broadcasters to shut up and just, you know, just listen to the headsets, but figure out your balance, because you can't have each other talking over one another. You know, it's just it you know, it's kind of just confusing.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of just confusing. Well,
Better sound engineer.
so let's just get I'm gonna pull this up right quick.
We ain't even talk about the
There it is.
DC game. What y'all thought about the DC game?
Oh
terrible.
man, don't even get me
Dude.
started. Okay, look,
That was
I've been
terrible.
talking to BD about this all day because I had to watch both of these games because I needed to finish watching the other half because I only got up to literally halftime and then we left to tailgate. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch it today. So I watched the last half. So the first half, I'm like, yeah, DC got it, and then I watched it. I'm like, what in the world? They crumbled.
Dude,
I have
it
never
was
seen them
crazy.
so defeated. Like, and so then it started making me go back and forth on my decision because then watching the Aviators at the very last minute, like really, really trying, and I'm like, oh man, DC, I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, I'm disappointed.
That is
Like
not
they
a championship
laid
team.
I mean,
the egg.
dude, like poor Teamu, man, dude, he got sacked 7 times that game. You know,
They couldn't get nothing going.
five by halftime, and yeah, I mean, the first drive they went down, scored a touchdown, they scored 10 points the first quarter. They didn't do a damn thing after that. It was crazy, man. I had it on as we were driving up to Dallas, so I couldn't focus too much on it. I was more just kind of listening to it. So, but
Dang. Well, I do have to show y'all something funny though before we move on because we did talk about the game already, but I do have to show y'all the greatest pictures that ever came out of these dang. So I want to shout out STWF Sports for taking some really cool shots at the Renegades game. So if you were there, check them out on Facebook. They have lots of shots of like during the game at tailgate, but you know, some people are very passionate about the Brahmas being taken away, like taken away. And
we had
Arturo,
a little protest that started while we were there.
bro. Let me tell y'all. So this was happening during. Okay, so the team was kicking, right? They're doing their little field goal, right? And this is right behind us. Like they're right in the middle of field goal. And I think they both thought so. Clayton thought he was gonna be on TV. So first Clayton comes out with a sign, right? Oh, okay, cool, Mr. Rapoli. Here comes another guy I've never seen before in Brahmas. He has a sign. I'm like, I turned around to me and I said, bro, is it a protest? Like, are there more Brahmas coming out with signs? And then I'm like, bro, do you have a sign? Like, what's going on? But they never got on TV, but Clayton got his picture taken by somebody in UFL marketing, and they're like, we're going to send this up. So if the Brahmas come back, Clayton.
Yep. It's all because of Clayton. Good job, man.
Clayton and his protests with this other guy. But yeah, they showed up. It was pretty funny. They were just walking around everywhere trying to get themselves shown and bring back the Brahmas. This feels like a personal vendetta. So that was a cute little funny thing that happened. And you can see the balls. Oh, that was another thing. There is no freaking net.
No.
At the field goal. Look, this little boy is catching the ball that was getting. It literally went right over the signs, and this little boy was catching the ball. Every time they had to do a field goal, somebody had to catch the ball.
Well, that's how they did it in Louisville and then Orlando yesterday as well. No nets. So
I think DC is like that too.
Does DC? Okay, yeah. So it's the soccer stadiums, no nets.
Yeah. Yeah, and I got a feeling that somebody saw that and said something, and then they was like, "Don't put that on TV."
Yeah, because usually on field goals they show from the back.
Yeah,
and
the goalpost,
I'm guessing. Yeah, they didn't do that this time.
Yeah, is the UFL going to cater more for TV football rather than live fan engagement?
That's kind of what it feels like.
Apparently,
right now.
they haven't.
There is no fan engagement, to be honest.
I'm about to say, yeah,
Mr. Rapoli. Mr. Rapoli, hey.
Clip this.
Clip him
and tag him.
Mr. Rapoli, sir. Mr. Rapoli, sir, I'm a longtime UFL, XFL fan, except until you took the Brahmas away. But I still support the league. But I went to this game, and it was very disappointing to see how non-existent fan engagement, which brought 99.9% of these fans to these games in the first place. It was really sad to see how quiet and how much of it was just taken away. And I get it, there's other good things coming from it, but man, that piece right there was so huge for fan engagement, and it just made it a lot more fun to be at the game. And I literally sat there and kicked my feet up on one of the chairs because that's how chill and boring it was. So yeah, I do think it is being catered more to
wave, though. I guess that's why there was a lack of fan engagement, because there was so many waves.
It was Orlando. So you know what? Again, the former San Antonio team has to take the San Antonio's tradition. And Mike, no, they didn't get to keep it. They had to throw the ball back.
Battlehawks did a wave too,
because they have a chip in it now. That's why.
Yeah. Even a couple times where after some scores, after some turnovers, whatever, the players went and gave the balls to some fans. Right after that, like the team came up, took the game ball from the fan and gave them like a regular, whatever the ball that you can get. So
look, that's a lot better than before. They used to take the ball away completely without replacing it with anything. So these new balls have that chip in it.
They do the same thing. They do the same thing in the NFL also. So because the game balls have a chip in them, and they're like, I don't know, $800-900 a ball. So
ooh, that's terrible.
You want to get into the rankings? What you got? Picks? Oh, you said you got some
bomb picks.
You ain't the only one. Well, I mean,
we'll get into the power rankings first. Yeah. The first week is much harder because we don't know how any of these teams are going to look at all, but we're going to share our power rankings. This is the part where we love everyone to get mad at us and talk crap. So I'm like, we guys to do that. But this week's rankings based on the games this past week. So yeah, guys, what y'all think? Sounds about right.
You know what? My ranking, I had Orlando 1, Dallas 2. I'm not mad, with Dallas being 1, Orlando 2. I kind of felt like Orlando played a little bit better against a better opponent. Columbus, I think, is way better than Houston. But Dallas is really good. Orlando looked good. DC, I had DC. I think I had DC as 6. 7th. Yeah, they did not look good at all.
Oh no, they were terrible.
What do you guys got DC last, or was that Jay?
I think that was Jay. Who knows? But Columbus probably looked the best of the teams that lost.
Yeah.
Louisville, I see people impressed with Louisville, but man, the quarterback
they was doing good though until the end of the game, and he threw that pick. So they did good.
He had a couple though that were just terrible throws, man. So
yeah, I know for a fact.
Kurt Bankert was breaking down a couple of the plays from the Louisville game, and he was like, "Oh, yep, he almost threw a pick 6 right there for the end zone." Like, and then this one he almost did it again, but the guy broke loose.
Yeah, I mean that's what they said. With Jason Bean, like his pros is he's a slinger, he's a gunslinger. Like they literally said that he's like another Lamar Jackson, which I disagree on because there's two different. I see two different playing styles. I haven't really found his comp yet, but he is a gunslinger, but he also makes mistakes. So there you go. Yeah. It comes with that. Most gunslingers that make mistakes. So.
Problem is you have to kind of learn, when to kind of let it go. I mean, like we were talking in our chat, that last interception he had was a terrible decision.
It was. He threw it in a double coverage. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It says, do you know D knows sports? If not, message me. I need to get into who?
Somebody D knows sports.
He doesn't know. She's great. She's like a sports.
She's in DC.
Oh yeah. I follow her on Twitter. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, she's so sweet. She's so sweet. But okay, yeah. This is our power rankings. We will post them. It's on our page, so look out for that. Let me pull up the picks and scores for this week. Like I don't judge anybody on this because
I think BD cooked.
It was the first week. BD.
Sounds good. I can link up with her in DC for sure, so we can chat, have a podcast episode, whatever. I'm good for collabing. It don't matter.
All right. Here we go. All right, y'all. This is week 2. I didn't put no special effects on this, y'all, because I was getting people's picks very late.
Week 1.
And week 1 we're gonna show next. This is for this coming week, and then we'll show our
week 1 first.
I don't have.
Don't tell you what to do. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, this is for next week already.
You and me are only off by 1.
And the first game, I literally went back. I initially had defenders on there, but after seeing the game, like, I don't know. I just don't like. I had a lot of faith in them, but I just don't have faith right now. They have to. This next game, they have to win for me to go back to them. But right now, I was very impressed with Aviator, so I ended up switching very last minute. Because other than that, I was like the same as VD.
Why did you pick DC in this game?
Bounce back game. I'm hoping, and I think the biggest thing with DC is a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people mention it, but not a lot, but a few people mention it. That they have probably the most returning team as far as coaching staff, players, and they lost 2 key players. Roland, which is on Orlando, which went off, and it was somebody else. I can't remember the name, but they have the most return. So you would think that they have the best chemistry out of all the teams. I am going with DC because I feel like this will be a bounce back game for them. Honestly,
I hope so.
Did what's his name? Adams, the running back.
Abram Smith. I think he's hurt.
Okay, is he okay? I wasn't sure because I didn't hear his name called at all in that game, so I wasn't sure if he was there or not.
That's a key piece too.
It is. So I kind of that's why I picked DC too. I think Columbus played a good game. I think they're a good team, but I think Harris is, he's kind of a veteran coach. He's got a little more coaching experience than Ted Ginn. Obviously, he's I think he's going to get the team to kind of come. The defense played good all game. They held St. Louis to 16 points.
Right.
You just kind of need to get that offense in gear.
Got to get going.
And they did it in the first quarter. They just kind of fell off. So I think they're a good enough team and a good enough coaching staff to be able to kind of right that ship. And so I think they're going to do that this week.
I hope so. Change my mind, please. I want to be wrong at least on this one. A little bit. Just because I have a little heart for anything Ohio because of my dad, but
yeah, I just
for DC.
I just looked at there's something going on there because I just looked at the inactives and he wasn't inactive before the game, but he didn't play. I don't remember him playing.
Huh.
That's I got to figure out. I hope somebody knows.
Well, I do want to know why you the only one with Louisville for the next one.
He did play. He had one rushing attempt for 0 yards.
What in the world? So did he get hurt? Like, what's going on?
I don't know.
I went with Louis. I'm a believer, bro. I'm a believer. I'm sorry. I'm just a believer. I'm liking.
Oh, we're doing emotional picks this year, huh?
I am, and I don't want to.
Oh, dang!
This can go in a good way, or
this touchdown Jesus staying in town. Okay.
It can go in a good. This can go a good way or go a bad way, and I
guess you can tell by second week. You can tell more or less how things are going to go for teams.
I didn't honestly. Yes, he didn't play a great game, but I'm hoping that sometimes it takes time. Like obviously we know these guys only been in camp 30 days, give or take.
30 days, yeah.
And then they get to actually get live rounds with these guys. So you would think that after the first week, even though Orlando did look good, no, not taking nothing from Orlando, but it's something there with Louisville. Like they got a squad. And I want to see Bean turn up, man. I told y'all before the game, I was like, watch out for Bean, but he failed.
Well, he turned into Bean Dip
at home.
Bean Dip. Nah, I mean, I'm hoping that I see
Bean Dip.
I'm hoping I'll see something.
All right.
Hold on.
I didn't want to pick Orlando.
Lauren, why you go with Columbus?
What?
Why you go with Columbus?
Because that's his team this year.
Well, he didn't watch any games, so
I didn't watch any games, and I just heard that Columbus played decent. DC kind of fell off, from the conversations that we had in the chat. So that's
you going off
with Columbus.
I'm not surprised everybody picked Birmingham because again, Houston's hot garbage. I'm surprised
as
everyone
much as I hate
Dallas. I'm surprised everyone picked Dallas over St. Louis. I know St. Louis sucks and all that, but
it's a proven.
That's kind of a surprising pick across the board. So
it's a prove it game.
I guess I wasn't
that will be a good game.
Terribly impressed with St. Louis either. It still looks like the same St. Louis to me. Like
really,
Beck.
I'll tell you, a lot of people are saying, Silvers, he won the game, but
no.
he's not the guy.
Give him time. No.
Already want him to be replaced. Which we talked about that last week. Silvers, he hasn't been real impressive, since like the XFL Houston team. So
he's not asked to do a lot, and I know that's AJ Smith's guy. So he literally handpicked him to start, and we all know that. Like he's been active with him for a while, so he does great with AJ and his system, and he's not asked to do a lot. But I think in this game specifically, he's going to be asked to do a lot because Dallas is not playing around, bro. So I want to see how he looks.
They're not.
Like I said, it's a prove it game for me. If Brandon Silvers, me being a long time hater of Brandon Silvers, like if he can sit here and prove to me that he can get it done, because I think Dallas is going to send everything at him. We'll see. I'll change my mind, but I don't believe in him. That's just me.
That's how I feel about defenders right now.
Yeah. Touche.
They got to prove it to me.
Touche.
They're not the same. But we knew this. We've always said this, that every season of UFL is always going to be different just because it's never the same team ever. and especially this new season because both of our teams were spread out everywhere, so it is very different.
It was like
So,
that across
yeah.
the whole league.
I
Yeah.
mean, there you go, Mike. You saw what I'm saying? I mean, we knew that, but he sat on the bench last year. But like I said, again, this is AJ's guy. So I knew once when he got announced that he was gonna be on the team, I was like, I know exactly what this is. Like AJ gonna have him starting. So that's just what it is. But I believe in Tayamo more than I do Brandon Silvers. That's all I'm gonna say. That's why I picked DC.
I agree with that.
Yeah. But who knows? Oh, you did the results.
All right, you're not gonna be happy. This
Yeah,
is what
let me
we ended up with. Dang. Lauren didn't even have to watch a lick of football, and he's at the same as me.
I can't believe.
Wait for week 2.
Wait. So
Yeah.
Brian? Who did you pick?
I picked Birmingham, DC, Dallas, and Orlando.
Birmingham.
The only one that we had different was Birmingham and Louisville.
Yeah.
Louisville.
Okay.
So that's why I was 3-1 and you're 2-2.
Dallas ain't that good. You're crazy. Okay, we'll see. Austin Reed looked good to me. I know what I see.
Oh yeah, he looked beautiful. He looked great.
I know what
I
I
was
see.
a little sad for Luis, but he looked real good. He looked
Yeah.
real good watching. So
Okay,
yeah, so
so
this
who
is
did-
the current
Who
score.
do he like? Houston, right? Don't he like Houston?
Yeah. KJ's a Houston fan.
Man, go back in the closet, man. You got a lot of things to worry about right now. I'm talking about, man. Come
Look,
on.
I you know what? I give Houston this season, but I
Houston
don't
is
think they'll make
the
it
jet
past
to
the
the
season.
UFL.
Look, they've had they've already had they've had 3 stadiums. They've had chance after chance after chance. And not even Ludacris are gonna save them.
No, that's still be the best
Ludacris
part of the
not
whole
gonna save
game.
it.
Yeah.
So we will definitely post our picks coming up by Friday. We'll have them up so you can have a reminder of what the week's going to look like. I do want to let everyone know that we are going to push our show next week to Thursday, same time, just because we have our first Tuesday game in the books for UFL. So this should be interesting also.
How weird is that?
Tuesday?
Tuesday?
Yeah, because it messes up our whole weekly
Yeah.
picks because of it. Now we got to do it. We got to shift everything around. Thanks, UFL. So it should be a Thursday night game. A Thursday night podcast.
Thursday
because we
night
have a
show, Tuesday night game.
Yeah.
KJ, focus
So-
on Houston, bro. I know it's 11-man game, bro. I know that. Focus on Houston, please. Come on, man. Focus on Houston.
I also want to say,
DJ, re-educate yourself on the sport, man. Come on now.
Come on, man.
I know.
You're
just
right.
because we ain't got a team anymore don't mean we forget.
Yeah, right.
Look. and answer this. What's the most important position on that field? Okay. I'll wait.
Mike.
Give a second to type.
No sound system needed.
Right. Houston does suck. So why would you even think we would change our pick? Didn't you say change our pick? Did he not say
No,
that?
I think he's talking about us picking Dallas over St. Louis.
Yeah.
Well, again, focus on Houston because that's your team. Focus on your team. I'm focusing on DC. I say I pick DC.
So I'm also gonna figure out because XFL Mike, our American, alternate football panel network. You have to remind me what it is, Mike. I apologize, but they did shout us out and they called us out about our weekly picks. So I don't know if the loser has to be like Snap Decisions is the best podcast out there or something like that, but they did challenge us on our weekly picks, and we'll accept your challenge.
Who
was
We're
it?
not afraid of nothing.
Who won this week?
I don't know yet. We'll ask Mike and we'll post it because one of us has to be
how are we doing this? Because we got to.
I have to get more details.
Are we going
by
by total
percentage? Because they've got 4.
How many of us got correct?
We've got
I think
5.
that's what we should do. It's just add them all up.
I think
You have to
percentage
go by
correct is
percentage.
the right.
Yeah.
So we were. So I
Alternative
actually figured
football
what ours
panel.
are. We were at 45% correct picks this week. So
You did
Yeah,
that
we
already?
need your percentage alternative football panel.
yeah.
He's a math whiz. He was a mathlete. You didn't know that? He's like a human calculator. Give him a question.
A little bit.
Go ahead.
A little bit.
Go ahead. Give him something. 12
What's
times
99
2.
times 99 times 50.
99 times
Look at it,
50 is 4950.
No way. Hold on.
Are you getting
I don't doubt it.
alternative football
Oh
panel?
my
we
God,
need
he was
percentage-
right.
It took you longer to pull out your phone and do it on the
I know.
calculator than it was.
I had to unlock it. I had to go to calculator and type it in. But oh my goodness.
And he was just like,
It's because he does it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, he
he
does
did.
it.
I'm a judge.
So the quick way to do that in your head is 100 times 50 is 5,000. You got 1 minus 50, so 5,000 minus 50 is 4950.
I gave you an easy one, so I got to give you a hard one, right?
Wait, what did you say?
Oh,
I heard something else, but
I said I gave him an easy question.
no, we need
Now
your
I have to-
percentage, sir. We don't want your average ranking. We want a percentage. We've already done the math on our end. You called us out. We're choosing how. We need percentage. Figure it out. If not, reach out to BD. He can do the math for you.
Just send your your rankings, I guess.
Just send me a picture of the picks. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Then we'll see who the true winner is. So what are we at? 40 what percent?
40. We're at 45%.
I think they're gonna
We're
fudge the number.
45%.
I'm gonna go fine.
We
Say
can
what, Lauren?
negotiate. Oh, okay. Well,
What you say, Lauren?
anywho.
I said they're gonna fudge the numbers because we already told them our percentage.
Oh yeah. True.
Mhm.
Well, Jackie, you got the picture right or no?
What picture?
Of
Of
their pick.
theirs? Oh, you can probably find it online. What's it gonna do? Go to all his socials and erase it?
That's true. That's true. Oh, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
He
You better
said-
get it now.
change-
He's gonna go to all his socials and erase it. Yeah, see, it's already on his socials. You can peel him up much faster than him to erase it. Yeah.
I was just joking anyway.
Look, Lauren, you have to overtalk on this cast. Yeah, Lauren's
Yeah,
still trying
I'm
to
so
get his
used to it
footing.
just being me and Jesse and us feeding off of each other. Maybe
Yeah.
like a guest on the show. So I'm still trying to figure out my spot and
Welcome to the gauntlet.
You know, Lord. You know,
Yeah,
and I didn't watch
Your-
football over
your-
the weekend, so I didn't have much to add. Like
Your
it sucked
spot
that
is whenever you wanna,
fan
like,
experiences aren't
just-
there. But
just talk.
that's all I
You
have
know.
to add.
Yeah, see, like BD just So look, I'll tell you what. When BD was like a guest host for us, he was the same way. He was really quiet. And then out of nowhere, when he finally became one of us, forget it. You can't shut this dude up.
Finally became one of
Like
us.
he. Oh no! You've entered a hostile work environment, Lauren. Look, some people know us.
It's all right. I
do
get him
have
back.
love
in the
out
back.
there. Oh yeah, look, Lauren is one of us. Y'all don't know yet. He is such a hilarious person, but he's he just hasn't found his footing yet, and we just yap.
Like I said, I didn't watch football over the weekend. I didn't have much to add about what happened. You guys told me about the fan experiences, and that sounds like it really sucks. Like that's my takeaway
It
from the day.
does.
Is that like the games you could read? It seems like you could read a book at the games.
Yeah.
It's not even cool.
I mean, yeah, you basically could. So that was definitely the sad part about it. It was just that fan engagement that you were so used to seeing at all the games for the past 4 seasons of us experiencing Brahma's 3 seasons, whatever it was. Just was not the same. It was really sad. The stadium and stuff is beautiful and things. There, I will say, there's one other thing is that Rapoli, you need to get with that drum line because they don't know when to stop because they were playing when offense was on. They were so loud because they echo through the thing.
Yeah.
They were just playing on like the concourse the entire time, so they never stopped when your team was on offense. They continued to play the entire time. So, yeah,
So
not great.
I worked out the math. Alternative football panel was at 56% for the week. So They beat us.
Oh
3-20.
shit! Sorry. Do you have chocolate cake? Okay, we'll make a shout out to
Yep.
to you
Good job,
guys
alternative football
for
panel.
yes. Good job. But
I mean,
Once
I
again-
was 3-1. The rest of y'all need to get y'all shit together. All right.
Yeah, you're right. I got locked in. No, that's Lauren and Jackie messing up President Trump.
dang, I'm just a girl on a floating
Yeah,
rock
but-
that likes football.
You can't use that.
No,
You
you
can't
ain't
keep using that.
pulling that,
I
Jackie.
thought we were cool, DJ.
Look,
Oh, my bad,
I
my
know,
bad.
right? I feel
I
very
got hacked.
cold
I
already.
got
Look,
hacked. My bad, I got
this
hacked.
next season, this next game, I'm on it. This next week, watch. There's no more playing around. I'm not working off emotion no more. You saw I played Birmingham. I'm not working off emotion anymore. So, all right, guys, some of us got early morning work and stuff, but catch us on Thursday. Next week, since we have a Tuesday game, we will be posting. Check out our brothers in Texas talking football tomorrow night.
Hopefully, unless Jay's still on like fiance duty, we'll see.
Yeah, unless she's still feeling sick. But other than that, see y'all next
Bye,
week.
guys. See y'all next week. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.